Good morning, folks. Sloop 454. I'm doing a review of the JJRC H31, which is a nice little quadcopter. Comes in two colors. It comes in green and also comes in a white. I chose the green one just for, I don't know, giggles, I guess. I really like the green. So let me show you what this will do. First of all, it comes with a 400 milliamp battery, which is already inside. I just already put it in there. Landing gear, and it's got prop guards. However, I did not put the prop guards on it. I'd rather not fly with the prop guards. It's got an on and off switch, which lights up. Got red in the front, green in the back, and then you've got this light right here in the front, which is pretty awesome. It's great for orientation. I'm going to shut it off right now. It's got quite a few accessories in it. Also get 4 extra prop blades and so forth. The controller itself is kind of just your toy grade controller. Everything's very standard in it. You got your throttle, and yoke side to side. I forgot there for a second. And then you've got your pitch. Some of these models do come with the camera. I haven't gotten one with the camera yet. However, you've got your trim buttons here, and here, and here. This will also act as a camera button if you've got a camera mounted on there. These two are just dummy buttons. There's nothing to them. Got a flip button right here and a rate button going from beginner to advanced. 3 different rates on it. It's pretty cool. Tell you what, let's go ahead and take this up. I'm going to set this down. I'm going to turn it on, put it down on the ground, somewhere semi-flat. I'm going to set a timer for 7 minutes, which is right about what they recommend. And I'm going to start my timer right now. Got the remote on. I'm going to bind it. And there we go. Alright, let's send it up. And right now I am in beginner mode. I'm going to trim it just a little bit. Alright, there we go. And let's see what it'll do. Now, I've already flown this quadcopter. Picked this up on Amazon, and I've been really happy with it. It is a good quadcopter. Beginner mode is probably the easiest mode. Not probably, it is the easiest mode to fly it in. And we'll take it over here. Let's see. And it performs really well. The yaw rate on it is pretty docile. Let me demonstrate that real quick. And that's in beginner. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you the yaw rate in all 3 levels real quick. This will be intermediate. And this is the advanced. That is absolutely insane. I have a really hard time going back down to beginner rate. I have a really hard time flying it in advanced mode. It is just too fast for me. And that's just the truth, folks. But as you can see, it's a real smooth flyer. Beautiful. Do a little bit of banking right here. I'm going to take it back over on this side. And a little bit of height there. Now, it is a toy grade remote, so you're not going to get crazy distance on it. This is my second one, actually. The first one, I lost control of it, and that's just the plain truth, and it ended up in a street somewhere over there. So I'm choosing not to do that anymore. Alright, let's switch it to intermediate. I'm going to show you what it'll do in intermediate. and this is my favorite mode to fly it in. Now the flashing lights up in the front are pretty awesome. When it does, let me bring it down here and show you. That red light up in the front right there will start flashing, and then from there you got about 15 seconds or so before it actually just dies. It gives you pretty much plenty of time to get it down and land it, or at least low to the ground so you don't crash it. So some funnels real quick. And funnels in advanced mode. That's ridiculous. Now this is a waterproof quadcopter, and by waterproof it doesn't mean that yeah, let me come down a little bit here. It doesn't mean that you can fly it in the water. No, that's not what it means at all. Basically what it is all the electronics are encased, I believe, and don't quote me on that, but you can get it wet and it's not going to hurt anything. Oops, flew right over myself there. I'm not going to be demonstrating that, just simply because, well, first of all, I don't have a pond anywhere near me to demonstrate. Not that I really would, because I really like this quadcopter and it's so much fun to fly. So I'm not gonna purposely try and ruin it. But I do know that if it's raining, you can fly it in the rain, and that I have done, and it didn't damage it at all. Advanced mode here, and the only reason that I really don't fly it in advanced mode is because the yaw rate is so fast on it that I sometimes lose the orientation on it, and that's just the way it is. Again, I'm an intermediate flyer, kind of like that. I'm an intermediate flyer. I'm not an advanced flyer. I'm not one of these guys that they can do the racing or anything like that. I'm just an intermediate flyer, a guy who likes to come out and just have some fun with the quadcopters. Okay, so I was in intermediate mode. This is the advanced mode, and I'll show you what I mean here. It's just it's really hard to control the turns with the yaw rate on it. So back down to intermediate we go. And with the 400 milliamp battery, you can usually get right around 7 minutes. You know, depending on the charge that it's got. Right out of the box, when I got it, I flew it for about 6 minutes, I believe it was, which is really good for a quadcopter this size. I guess one of the best things about this quadcopter is the flipping rate. I want to get it a little bit closer before I actually show you the flips, but the flips are insane. That was a back flip. It holds perfectly. Let's do a side flip, and on the other side, and back flip, front flip, just beautiful. And since we've got some people walking by, I'm just going to go ahead and turn around and go the other way with it. Okay, that's my timer, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it down a little bit lower. And here in a few seconds I'll show you. Now that was a 7-minute timer, so it's going to go a little bit more than 7 minutes. But as you can see, there is the flashing light. Now I'm going to just walk up to it and pull it out of the air. So there's the flashing light that I was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and shut off my remote. This is a really, really nice quadcopter. I have enjoyed this quadcopter probably more than any of the other ones, and I've got a few more that I'll be doing some reviews on. I've got the Sima X5C. Let me shut off this battery. I don't like running them all the way down. Let me show you some other aspects of it. But like I was saying, I've got the Sima X5C, and I also have a Sima X11, which those are both great quadcopters. The X11 is really a neat quadcopter. It's great for indoors and outdoors. You'll like both of those reviews. But there's the JJRC. Hopefully you can see that. I'm sorry, it's a 400 milliamp battery. JJRC, I guess, just put their label on it, which is great. I'm just really happy with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a link down in the description there, and show you where I got this one from. The people that I got it from are just really good as far as customer service. This is just a pretty little quadcopter. I love it. Let me see. Don't have really huge hands, but that's about the size of it. So, you know, what does that fall under? It's not a full size. It's not a mini. It's kind of like one right in between. It's just an awesome quadcopter. Kind of hard to beat it. So we'll do another video on this a little bit later. I will probably go ahead and put the prop guards on it and put everything on it, and just show you the difference in the flight. But this is one of my favorites. All right. Thank y'all for watching, and have a great day.